Hi everyone, happy Memorial Day weekend.
Hi everyone, it's Tony and Sage here in Fiji.
Listen, we want to send this quick video out to you just to give you 2 quick principles that you could use to immediately increase your energy, get stronger, and if you want to, lose some weight. Because, you know, Memorial Day is kind of the beginning of summer, and traditionally everybody starts thinking about, I'm going to get strong again, get fit, get in my swimming suit, get my groove on, or whatever metaphor people use. So we want to give you these 2 principles because A, they don't really take any willpower, that's the best part. B, they're scientifically proven, and C, really something you can do immediately to see an increase. And if you want to know more, we have our health program somewhere around this video, or you can come to a live seminar, but we don't want to wait. We want to give you something right now that can make a difference for you. So honey, our first principle is?
Our first principle is to super hydrate. What we mean by that is flushing your body with enough clean water on a daily basis. You know, the planet, I mean, water is life, and the planet itself is 70% water, and even within our own internal body, our brain is 75% water, 76 actually, our muscles are 75, and our bones are actually made up of 25% water. So on a daily basis, we need to make certain that we're getting enough hydration.
And you know, the first symptom of dehydration, meaning your body doesn't have enough water, is not thirst. That's what most people think. If you wait till you're really thirsty to drink, you're really dehydrated. In fact, studies show that 60 to 70% of the population is dehydrated throughout the day. The number 1 symptom of dehydration is fatigue, feeling tired. That's why I see a lot of people later in the afternoon, they've eaten a bunch of things and their body gets dehydrated from just normal working out or being around or just normal heat. And all of a sudden people are tired all the time. If you want to have more energy, which will give you fitness and it'll give you health, it'll make you strong, the first thing you want to do is super hydrate. Drink more water. And we're not talking about coffee and we're not talking about Cokes, because those things have water in them, but they have other elements in them that are very acid. And when you get a lot of acid in your body's got to flush that acid out in order to stay balanced. And so as a result, you don't keep hydrated. So hydration is critical. Just think of this. You're not just what you eat, you're what you drink.
It's true.
And we'll give you a good example. We both, Sage and I, years ago, had a really great man we got a chance to visit with. We read his book. It's called The Body's Cries for Water. The Body's Many Cries for Water, excuse me. And it's by a man named Dr. Batman Gilanjali. It's a mouthful. I call him Dr. Batman for short, and he was cool with that. But Dr. Batman was a medical doctor who lived in Iran, and during the fall of Iran, he became a political prisoner. And he was shipped into this place, and then all of a sudden there was a very high official there that was very, very ill in the middle of the night. He had peptic ulcers, and he was just writhing in pain, like literally rolling on the ground, uncontrollable pain. But they have no medication there because they didn't care about the prisoners. So they, under the threat of his life, they said, fix him. So he began to think, well, his body is very acidic. I'll flush his body with water. Just, that's all I have. I don't have any medicines to do this with. So he began a regimen of drinking this water on this hourly basis and flushing this man. And within literally 2 hours, the man was completely out of pain. And he was blown away within 24 hours. He'd never seen anything like this with any medicine he'd ever applied. So he became fascinated since he was stuck in prison. They let him set up this little area, and he treated for 3 years more than 3,000 people with heart problems, high blood pressure, you know, peptic ulcers, all just with water. So even though it's such a simple thing that we take for granted, it's the most important thing in the world. And I'll tell you one other quick point. If you want to lose weight, this is counterintuitive. Drink more water. Because what most people do, they don't want to, they don't want to drink water because they think, oh, I'm going to get bloated. But in fact, when you don't give your body enough water, what the body does is it holds on to the water you have. And as a result of that, you retain water. When the body sees you're giving it enough hydration, it'll let go of that excess water and you'll actually see weight loss. So it's super important. You want to super hydrate. So now what does that mean? You want to share with them the principle?
Yes, of course. The super hydration, what we mean by that is you need to, as a minimum, drink half your body weight in ounces. So myself, I'm about 140 pounds. So if you split that in half, that would be 70 ounces a day. And that's just as a minimum. And, I'll share one of my own experiences as well. It's rarely I get a headache, but if I ever do, instead of, so many people will go to grab Tylenol or grab aspirin, I know I'm dehydrated. And I'll drink a full thing of water and instantly that headache's gone.
When we say super hydrate, we mean like drink a large thing of water. Most people, you go drink some water and they go like this, they sip and this much water's gone. They go, I have some water. You really got to retrain your body because our modern world has trained us to think of water as being, again, that Coke, that coffee, and it's not the same thing, okay? So here's our second quick principle. If you, again, focus here is energy, because energy is life. That's going to get you out there working out. If you're tired, you have a hard time getting yourself to do that. It'll change your mind. It'll change your emotions. So water's number 1. So number 2 is very much related, and that is go green. And what we mean by that is you want to have 70% of your diet be water-rich foods. That'll help you to alkalize. You want to explain what that means?
Definitely, and when he's saying water-rich foods, he means living foods, so green veggies and plants and salads and so forth. If this was your dinner plate like so, and if my hand was a piece of, say, you know, chicken or fish or something free range, the rest of your plate should be green salad and veggies, raw and live and living, so it helps to neutralize. Salads and green veggies, they're high in chlorophyll, they're high in minerals, and the amino acids that your body needs in order to neutralize some of these acids that Tony's been talking about.
A simple way of thinking about it is if you want to be alive, eat live foods.
Absolutely.
I mean, the more things that are dead that you're eating, the more difficult it is for your body to stay, you know, in balance. And when you think about it, you might say, well, I'm going to have a steak or I'm going to have fish or anything like that. That's very concentrated. It's not much water that's in there. But if you had a piece of watermelon, obviously that's different. If you're having pasta or bread, there's not much water in there. And water is the solvent of life. Water detoxifies our system. So you can't just drink water, because then what will happen is, you probably read about people saying, oh, don't drink too much water or you'll put an imbalance in your body. Well, that imbalance is because you lose the alkalinity of your body. You lose sodium, you lose magnesium, you lose a variety of chemistry that's there. So we really teach people how to alkalize. And when you drink green drinks or eat green foods, you're getting these natural alkaline components. What do we mean by that, to keep it simple? Think of it this way. There is a chemistry to energy. The body has a very, very sensitive alkaline acid balance. You don't have to understand all the details of it, but just like your body has to maintain, you know, a temperature that's within a very short range, or you lose your health, the same thing is true with acid alkaline. Our body's slightly alkaline. So what you want to do is make sure that you keep your body alkaline, because most of our lifestyle is acid. Can you give some examples of how that is?
Definitely. And what Tony's talking about, if you think of acid rain just alone in the environment and what that does to pollute the environment, so you think of that internally within your own body. If we're putting acids, whether that's coffee or sodas, my gosh, we just read a statistic the other day, the average American consumes 150 pounds of sugar in the body, and that just, I mean, erodes the body. It strips the body of the natural minerals that it needs in order to neutralize these acids. So by making choices with green veggies and by having a green drink, we get up and we do our, you know, inner balanced greens and wheatgrass, and to make choices, or even something as simple as lemon in your water, all those help to counterbalance and keep the body in balance, like in a homeostasis, which is constantly trying to do.
And even if you're not eating sugar directly, that white sugar, or now you have all these NutraSweet, all these alternatives that are just as acidic and sometimes even more toxic for the body. We're taking 30 times more sugar in our bodies than our grandparents were taking. I mean, and sugar is acid, and it changes the chemistry of the body. And what you also need to know is, acid creates an environment where there's less oxygen, an anaerobic environment. When you have less oxygen, you have fatigue. And some of the most interesting studies have shown cancer only grows in an acidic anaerobic environment. That's what makes it expand. So if you want to get the benefits of health, of energy, of vitality, if you want to lose weight, listen, if you're overweight, you're over acid. Can you share a little bit about what happens when the body can't flush the acid, honey?
Absolutely. What the body does is its own protective mechanism. It'll actually store the acids in the fat, in the tissue, in order so that the bloodstream is not acidic. And so it keeps robbing or pulling from the bone, or trying to throw them into the tissue in order to keep that homeostasis that we talked about. So this is about creating habits on a daily basis that you can do that support the body. And number one, with the hydration, number two, with eating the green veggies and raw live alkaline foods.
So simply, what are we saying? Here's what you go do to increase your energy and lose some weight. Superhydrate, that means make sure you're going to drink twice your body weight, I'm sorry, half your body weight. If you do twice your body weight, you're really going to be super hydrated. Half your body weight in ounces each day, 140 pounds, 70 ounces, give you an example. Secondly, you want to go green. You want to put more greens in your diet, about 70% of your diet. Make sure it's water-rich, alive foods. Have whatever you want and do that component. Now, before I met my girl, I mentioned on the other video, I was crazy. I didn't have chocolate for 24 years. You know, I didn't do ice cream, anything like that. And she kind of balanced me out with a principle that has made my life a lot happier, and you will like it as well, because you might say, oh, am I doing this perfect? Am I doing this right? And that's the principle of zigging and zagging.
I don't know if I balanced him, but I suppose I corrupted him a tad. So zigging and zagging, I think what happens for people is they go to an extreme, and it's important as well that your diet and your lifestyle, and to be healthy, that it's enjoyable. So instead of feeling deprived, or instead of it being so black and white and so rigid within that basis, what we do, I always call it zigging and zagging, is one day a week, have a popcorn night, have a movie, movie or have a treat, or, you know, whether I love chocolate, that would be my one vice. So to not making it so right and wrong, but remember, it's what you do on a daily basis that shapes your health. So if on a daily basis you're conscious of how much you're consuming with water and also how much you're eating with raw live veggies that are alkalizing, to have a treat now and again serves. So that's our zigging and zagging principle.
And sometimes, you know, it's not our day. You know, that gives us 4 days a month that we can go off. There's not our day, but we have a craving. We go buy something when we see the little ice cream shop. What's the one that we'd love to go stop to?
Cold Stone.
Cold Stone. We're Cold Stone addicts at times. But what we'll do is, if it's not our zag day, we might go, okay, we're going to have 2 bites, which usually turns into 4, maximum of 6, but just a couple bites. And what happens is you don't feel like you're depriving yourself, and so you're not having to do that swinging the pendulum from one extreme to the other. I thank my girl for that. She really put that balance in my life. And you can enjoy food for celebration as well. So super hydrate, go green, 70% water, alive foods. Give yourself the ability to zag and have some fun. We hope these 3 principles make a difference, make you a better Memorial Day, give you some health, give you some energy, give you some fitness, and we hope to see you sometime soon. God bless to you.
Stay healthy. Till next time. Bye-bye.
Live strong, live with passion. Bye-bye.